What up, guys? They dropped a game survey, so let's do that. I imagine this is just gonna be Mint and Prika's events, so we'll see if there's any interesting questions. Probably not. Alright. How do you feel about your overall experience? I'll put 4. It kind of dropped down a little bit after the anniversary, but you know, to have very high peaks, you know, you have to have some slow, you know, periods and all that stuff. How satisfied are you with the new characters? Very good. Mint and Prika are very good. I'm pretty satisfied with how they turned out. From reading Mint's thing, I did feel like they were gonna do some kind of duo shenanigans with Prika and Mint, and I'm kind of glad what they ended up with. I think it's kind of interesting when you compare it to like Maid Mask, Maid Anchor. The only thing though is like they're kind of useless without the other. I guess Mint is a bit better than Prika. I guess it only is Mint. I would not use Prika by herself, but I could see using Mint by herself, and then kind of in the same way I use Mast by herself, even if I don't run like the Maid Anchor. Sometimes I do like Crown and the Maid Mast. So, the thing is though, Maid Anchor has kind of fallen off. I've seen people say that just because I think her main shtick is that, I mean, she only gives the heal and stuff and like the overheal and whatnot, but no real like support, like attack support or whatever, unlike what Mint and Prika both do. So there's that. But like, the only thing is the regen is kind of eh. I do think it's enough and pretty useful for most bosses, but I foresee some bosses that healing having trouble keeping up. But I mean, for the most part, not too bad. Especially right now, I think they're going to be a nice duo moving forward. Anyways, how satisfied with the new costumes? I haven't seen any of them except Mint, so, you know, there's that. I kind of want to put neutral for these two costumes because, like, I feel like they could have been free because they're not really that special. They pulled, like I said before, a Velvet situation where we already saw, like, Velvet's thingy in the Coin Rush event, like last year or whatnot. So then when Velvet released, they just kind of had a free mission pass skin with the bunny outfit for Velvet. But like, I think that was kind of worth as a $20 skin. It made sense because it was kind of a different theme type thing. Whereas these two are kind of just them in regular clothes and it's like, whatever, you know what I mean? Should I put neutral? I'm just gonna put like, unlike Velvet's type of thing. Here, let me figure this out. I think I'm just gonna cut so I can just copy and paste both of these on there. Okay, I ended up putting this, unlike Velvet's costume, which appeared in a prior event to then be released as an event pass. This one feels a bit bland as everyday outfits, and to me it could have been free, and other costumes could have been chosen for this type of thingy. I feel like that's fair. The Velvet one felt kind of a bit better because, like I said before, it was a bit special. It was her in a bunny outfit compared to how she regularly released as a part of a member of the Maid Cafe. So it was kind of different, to me at least, but whatever. Overall rating of the B-Side Idol event, I liked it. Nothing too crazy. It was just showing Mint's silly personality. I definitely do think that makes sense for Mint's personality, her being competitive, which, if you really think about it, half of the event was her just getting, like, boob-mogged at the outpost. Which, for the record, I feel like, realistically, Mints are pretty big, but, like, the unfortunate part is she forgot that she's in a gacha game, right? It's pairing up against Apex Predators, so I feel like it's not that fair. Let's see, but yeah, not too bad. It is one of these, like, normal 2-week events, so nothing too crazy. Like, there's not voice, there's no minigame, yada yada yada, but for what it is, I enjoyed it. And I mean, there wasn't really any lore thingies in these events, which I do prefer events having like lore stuff and whatnot, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. We can have our regular whatever the fuck type of events and then our big lore events. Let's see, I'm gonna cut just because this is probably gonna be the same questions I always answer. Alright, well, here's the new question, kind of like what they always ask for these events if we saw the little thingy that they posted on Twitter or whatnot. Let's see, what was this? The Doki Doki Challenge and then the Prika reaction meme thingy? Which one was this? Actually, no, I did see that one. I mean, I'm just gonna put satisfied. Open-ended, dude, I don't want to answer that. I don't fucking know. I don't think I remember doing anything with it, but I did see it. And I like clicking satisfied so that they do more of these for, you know, people who actually participate in it. I think it's fun. And then a blah blah question. I mean, these are like the same things every time. Whatever, we're in a cut. This will probably be like done. Yep, and that was the last question like I suspected. Not too much to talk about with the blah blah. I mean, just put some more emojis in that shit, bro. That's the best part of the damn blah blah link, all those emojis. At least that's the thing that I care about the most. Yeah, I mean, I did expect the damn survey to just be the events. Dang, I wish they would add something different. They haven't asked, like, what was it? What kind of products do you spend money on in a while? I think they haven't asked that in a while, right? The last time they asked stuff about the collabs, I feel like it was right after the collab. Maybe I'm tripping, but I could have sworn we had a question like that not too long ago, and I already forgot what the list that was on there, but oh well. Not too bad. These two events weren't too bad. I think the next thing that should come out is that like 3-week event thingy that they said they wanted to do, which was probably going to be different than the summer. But also they wanted to release a unit that, like, quote unquote, we've been waiting for and that we'll love. I feel like that's going to be Papillon because, you know, she's been in a PC jail for like ever. But the 3-week event is kind of interesting because it could be like what they did with the Absolute event, but with the upgraded Mattis units. And it could also be like a Coin Rush events. Usually we have Coin Rush events, I think, around this time frame, right? Is it in the same time slot as the Mint or Prika stuff? I don't remember. Or it might be like upcoming. I'd have to double check. Last year's was kind of wonky because we had the Stellar Blade collab. So like it was kind of different. But it could be one of those two. Which, I don't know. We will see. I think this event should go away in like a week. Correct? I mean, I can probably just check the banner. Never, yeah, like 5 days. We'll get some new stuff. And then we'll probably get previews for the next event soon-ish. So I guess we could be stay in tune for that. But anyways, I think that's enough rambling from me. Oh, that reminds me. I think this is going to go up on Friday. What's today? I don't remember. Whatever, we'll see. I think this will probably go up on Friday. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to be working Saturday and Sunday. The project we're currently finishing is, I think, going to be done next week, or at least we're going to be done with the work we're doing completely next week. Hopefully, we'll see. Like after next week, I don't think we'll be returning there, so I think I'm going to get a break after that. And that being said, I think they're pushing us, so I'm probably going to go in on Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully I'm not too dead and the quality drops for the daily videos, but we'll see. Just gonna have to bear with me till I survive that. Dang it, once I get a break, I'm gonna see if I can do like some fun stuff I've been thinking about doing, bro. The last time I didn't have any fucking work was like months ago, which, I mean, a double-edged sword, right? I kind of need work for money, so I do like that. But dude, I also want a break so I can do some fun stuff, man. Come on. Anyways, that's enough rambling for me. Let me know what you guys think about this little game survey that they had for the past 2 events. Also, if you want to support the channel, subscribing and sharing is very appreciated. And I'll catch you guys later.